The swinging 60s. The most colourful era ever. Hippies. Beatles. Daleks. Harold Wilson. And, of course, miniskirts. Man walked on the moon. Capital punishment was abolished. England won the World Cup for the first time, and probably the last. Homosexuality was decriminalized. And Concorde took its first flight. But more importantly, it was a golden age of long-lasting toys. Join me as we take a look at the top 10 best-selling toys of the 1960s in the United Kingdom. This 10 spot is shared by two iconic and similar brands and products. No concrete evidence exists to lend any advantages to either of them, and frankly, both are incredibly deserving of a place on this list. And so here we are. Both Corgi and Matchbox toys have stood the test of time, and have proven popular with children of all ages, since 1956 for Corgi and 1953 for Matchbox. Both Corgi and Matchbox toys can be found in toy shops now. Corgi's best-selling toys were unquestionably their film and TV vehicles, the James Bond Aston Martin taking the Toy Retailer Association's Toy of the Year in 1965. The 1966 Batmobile being one of the best-selling die-cast toys of all time, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang most likely rounding out the top 3 Corgi toys in their history. Matchbox, in total contrast, had their success with real-world models of vehicles kids were more likely to see in their day-to-day lives. Models like the number 34 Volkswagen campervan were hugely popular, but the whole 75 model series of Matchbox cars were all very successful, young boys particularly liking the construction vehicles, road roller, dump truck, and the cement mixer.
I've got a secret to tell you. Mommy! See? She has a new baby, and so have I. Teeny tiny tears. And my baby can do almost anything hers can do.
Teeny Tiny Tears drinks and has to be changed, just like a real baby. And look at the fun you'll have giving Teeny Tiny Tears a bath. Why, she's so happy, she's blowing a bubble. And you can dress Teeny Tiny Tears in any one of many beautiful outfits you can buy. When she cries, Teeny Tiny Tears sing her to sleep.
Dry your tears, tiny tears. You're my very own baby. Mother's here, tiny tears, singing you a lullaby.
Teeny Tiny Tears with beautiful outfits at teeny tiny prices. Take your new baby home today.
First released in the 1950s in the US by the American Character Company, Tiny Tears finally made her way to the UK in 1966 and was manufactured here by Pally Toy. Tiny Tears proved to be super popular with young girls and is another toy that has stood the test of time, still being found in toy aisles today. As the name would suggest, the feature that makes Tiny Tears stand apart from other dolls of the 60s is her ability to cry. A fun feature for a child, but something they would grow up to find much more annoying in their own children. The tears were actually fed into the doll via her bottle, and the belly could be squeezed to make it cry. The same actions could make the doll wet herself too. Charming.
Light Bright, the toy that lets you create beautiful pictures with light.
Light, making things with light.
Work with colorful pegs that glow with light, light bulb not included. Make people, animals, things, and with refills, Bugs Bunny or Bozo the Clown.
Light, making things with light.
You can make lots of pretty pictures with Light Bright from Hasbro.
Light Bright hit the US market in 1967 and made its way to the UK shortly thereafter. The Light Bright is such a simple idea. It's a light box with a bunch of colour pegs that fit into the front panel to create colourful, illuminated displays. It did come with templates, but the best thing about it was the designs were only really limited by the user's own imagination, leading to and encouraging creativity. Light Bright, for such a simple idea and design, proved to have legs for Hasbro, becoming a staple toy of the 1970s too. In 2011, it was listed as one of the top 100 toys of all time by Time magazine, and in 2022 it was inducted into the US National Toy Hall of Fame. The Light Bright, like so many other toys on this list, is still available to buy today.
Unbreakable Miracle Clackers are for everyone, even the little guys. Do it with both hands for Stereo Clackers. The new original Miracle Clackers won't shatter, even if you use both hands. Try stereo clacking with Unbreakable Miracle Clackers.
By far the most dangerous toy on this list, clackers. Originally made of two balls of tempered glass that would eventually shatter and cause injury. They were soon changed to plastic spheres, which were deemed much safer. Well, duh. These still weren't the safest toys around though, as the balls could still hit and bruise your hands and wrists. Clackers were very popular in the late 60s and continued the trend into the early 70s. That is, until they were taken off the market after reports came out of children injuring themselves with them. Interesting fact, clackers are the only toy on this list that are non-branded. Clackers are a toy that were manufactured by brands and yet are not known to be strongly connected to any in particular.
It's my turn to operate.
Operate?
Butterfingers!
It's Operation, the wacky doctor's
Here's your
game.
card.
Batteries not included.
Take out his spirits for $100. Oh, you'll never do that. Don't touch the side. Here goes his funny bone.
It takes a very steady hand.
I did it. That's $200 for me.
May I play? Operation, a Milton Bradley game.
Produced by Milton Bradley in 1965, Operation is a variation of the old-fashioned electrified wire loop game. Once again, showing simplicity is often the key to success when it comes to children's playthings. As the name suggests, the aim is to successfully operate on your patient, in this case, cavity Sam, removing foreign bodies from his, well, body. Some of these proving to be far more difficult than others. I always found the butterflies in his stomach to be the most challenging personally. One ailment Sam could never be treated for though, was his glowing red nose. This is yet another example of a toy first released in the 1960s that's still on the market today. And I don't think it's ever taken a break from toy store shelves.
Control room to Moonship.
Roger, Control. Everything A-OK?
5, 4, 3.
Stop! Hold the countdown.
Ready. Blast off!
Hey, George, where'd you go?
I almost forgot my Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch? What's Etch-a-Sketch?
Just the greatest toy this side of the moon. With Etch-a-Sketch, you can sketch almost anything just by turning dials. Right to go up or down, left to go sideways. Back home, Etch-a-Sketch is the toy the whole family has fun with. Take it in the car, play with it on a plane, or when you travel by train. Etch-a-Sketch is fun any place. Sketch almost anything just by turning dials. Turn upside down, shake to erase, and sketch again.
George, set off the retros, George. Prepare to land.
Don't bother me now. I'm playing with my Etch-a-Sketch. Etch-a-Sketch from Ohio Art. Etch-a-Sketch from Ohio.
Etch-a-Sketch, the toy you'll never tire of. Millions used and approved by children and adults too. Everyone loves Etch-a-Sketch. Just twist the knobs and the fun begins. A circus of fun in a box. When you're ready for a new act, just turn Etch-a-Sketch upside down. Shake. See? You're ready to start a new picture on the magic screen. No mess to clean up outside because the picture's inside. It's like a playmate. Better than TV in your car. Great fun wherever you are, even in bed. Etch-a-Sketch, another sensibly priced fun-time creation from the Ohio Art Company. Also makers of Busy Buzz Buzz. He writes, he draws.
Created in France by André Cassan in 1959, the Etch-a-Sketch was originally called L'écran magique, which translates to the magic screen. In 1960, the Ohio Art Company began manufacturing it for the US and renamed it the Etch-a-Sketch. By the mid to late 60s, Etch-a-Sketch was brought to the UK by Dennis Fisher. Another 60s toy that is still sold today, the Etch-a-Sketch requiring no batteries, the possibilities of which were limited only by your imagination, and of course, your patience. In 1998, the Etch-a-Sketch was inducted into the US National Toy Hall of Fame, and in 2003 was noted as one of the 100 most memorable toys of the 20th century by the Toy Industry Association. Etch-a-Sketch is one of the few real-world toys to be represented in Pixar's Toy Story.
Hey, Etch, draw! Oh! Got me again, Etch. You've been working on that draw. Fastest knobs in the West.
They're fast. They're hot. They're the hottest wheels you've ever seen. Hot Wheels, only from Mattel. With torsion bar suspension, opening bonnets, detail engines, special racing wheels. Available separately or in sets. The strip action set. The stunt action set. The Hot Curves race action set. Hot Wheels, only from Mattel.
Launching in 1968 and winning the UK's Toy Retailer Association's Toy of the Year in 1969, Hot Wheels has to be the largest success on this list, as it is still topping the bestsellers charts now, almost 60 years later. having taken no breaks in that time. Mattel's Hot Wheels were the primary competitor of Matchbox, forcing Matchbox and others to rethink their concept after losing ground to Hot Wheels. The original Sweet 16 was the first line of Hot Wheels in 1967, consisting of Beatnik Bandit, Custom Eldorado, Custom Camaro, Custom Corvette, Custom Fleetside, Diora, Custom Mustang, Custom T-Bird, Hot Heap, Ford J-Car, Custom Cougar, Custom Firebird, Custom Barracuda, Python, Silhouette, and the Custom Volkswagen. These all had the red lines on the tyres that became synonymous with the Hot Wheels brand.
Spirograph! Fantastic! Amazing! Phenomenal! Spirograph, a Dennis Fisher toy.
Developed through the early to mid-60s by Dennis Fisher, Spirograph was finally released in 1965. Kenner acquired the US distribution rights and released it there a year later. Though it should be noted that the origins of the Spirograph go as far back as to 1827, when Peter Hubert Devines developed and advertised his Spirograph device for drawing elaborate spirals. Spirograph went on to win Toy of the Year in 1967. Spirograph has had a break or two over the years, but was relaunched in 2013 by Cahoots Toys. They took great care to make sure they released the original Dennis Fisher designs, as opposed to any of its variations it had had over the years since, and that's how, like so many classic toys on this list, you can still find this iconic toy in stores today.
Can I take an NDY and what have you got? You've got Cindy.
The dolly love to dress.
Who's got a Mac for when it rains? A dog for walking in the lanes. Who is the girl they all love best? It's Cindy.
The dolly love to dress.
Who's got a dress for pony shows? A duffel coat for when it snows. Who has so many pretty clothes? It's Cindy.
The dolly love to dress.
Get Cindy and start collecting all these wonderful outfits. They're beautifully made, like this suede jacket. Perfect in every detail.
So many clothes, so smart and neat. In her nightie she looks sweet. Who is the girl they all love best? It's Cindy.
The dolly love to dress.
Cindy.
Introduced in 1963 as a rival to Barbie, Cindy was a British fashion doll, although her style was more girl next door, to make her appeal more universal and relatable to young girls. Pedigree were actually offered the rights to manufacture and distribute Barbie in the UK by Mattel, but declined after market research showed that Barbie wasn't popular with British buyers. Pedigree instead partnered with Ideal, another US-American doll maker, to make dolls based on Ideal's Tammy, even using Tammy's slogan, "The girl you love to dress." They settled on the name of Cindy after conducting street polls where they showed young girls pictures of the dolls and had them choose from a list of 4 names what the dolls should be called. Cindy came out on top, but the spelling was changed in order to be able to trademark it. To me, the origins of Cindy seem a little cynical and rather corporate, but that didn't hamper her success. The Cindy doll and brand would go on to have many controversies and lawsuits in her future, but in the late 1960s and early 70s, she reigned supreme. 1968 would see her awarded the UK's Toy Retailer Association Toy of the Year, and she and her accessories would be best-selling toys of the year in both 1968 and 1970. Cindy has faced some drama over the years and has taken the occasional sabbatical from the toy aisles. Cindy did celebrate her 60th anniversary in 2023, and some anniversary collector's dolls were released to commemorate the occasion, in both 23 and 24. Sadly, there hasn't been anything new since then, but I'm sure that it's only a matter of time.
Action Man is here. Sound action stations and move your Action Man into any one of 1,000 exciting battle positions. Equip him from 50 perfectly scaled kits. Action Man has by far the biggest range of equipment for action on land, at sea, and in the air. Sound action stations for your Action Man today. Action Man is here.
1966 saw the launch of a true legend of the toy box. This #1 spot could go to no other than the winner of Toy of the Year 66, Action Man. Although starting life as just a licensed copy of Hasbro's G.I. Joe, Palitoy would go on to give Action Man his own very British identity. Though this wouldn't be until 1970, as the earlier 66 to 69 toys were essentially just repacks of Hasbro's G.I. Joes. Beginning with Action Soldier, Action Pilot, and Action Sailor, all could be bought with blonde, auburn, brown, or black hair, and their outfits were those of the United States Armed Forces of World War II and the Korean War. From 1970, Palitoy would begin turning Action Man into the all-British hero with uniforms and accessories reflecting the forces of the United Kingdom, rather than the US. Palitoy would also develop the flocked hair and later the gripping hands, both of which are now synonymous with the original Action Man line, and both of which Hasbro would incorporate into their G.I. Joes. Action Man was prominently displayed in British toy aisles until Palitoy closed in 1984. Hasbro brought Action Man back in 1993 and it was hugely successful with boys at the time and sold incredibly well. But there was no denying it was modernized to a point that it didn't bear much resemblance to the original Palitoy toy line, or indeed to Hasbro's own G.I. Joes. 2016 saw the release of several 50th anniversary commemorative figures. This 50th anniversary line actually had figures released all the way up until 2022, although they wouldn't be widely available. This 50th line was officially licensed by Hasbro, however it was actually manufactured by a third-party company, Art and Science International. No new Action Man figures have been produced since 2022, but with the 60th anniversary being so close, I would hope that there are plans for something. So that was the top 10 best-selling toys of the 1960s in the UK. I have based this list on as much evidence of the period that's available as possible, but I'm sure that there are many favourites missing, and we did consider an honourable mention segment, but we would have been here all day. Did you grow up in the 1960s? If so, what was your favourite toy? What was your favourite game? Let us know down in the comment section. Join us next time for a 1970s hit of Toy Box nostalgia. A very special thank you goes out to our channel sponsors. We've got LOWBOT, Steve, Ben Chapman, Mario White, LOWBOT once again, Stuckinside, Dominic Nisbet, JoshyyBoyyToys, Excelsior's Domain, Bill Atkin, Blackadder, not I, Dezimondo, and Flav. Thank you all so much for your support. And also, another special thanks has to go to Brooks Collectibles of Blackpool for allowing us to use their Corgi Toys footage. Be sure to check out the Brooks Collectibles channel on YouTube.